Okay, that is going to be...
Oh.
I need to swap over. Count.
I'm going to share these pictures that I just stumbled across into Nazgul, but they are like serious art forms of Yu-Gi-Oh! And they look really, really nice.
Okay, we are going.
And they look really, really nice.
Okay, we are going. Sweet. Look at those in a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they're really, really good. Like, it almost makes you want them to write an anime.
Make sure I've got my note cards all in place that I need. Alright, so it's been a little while since the last session, but you guys were left off with you had confronted Waru and Kethrir and Kibo, and the kind of the impromptu duel with him for a moment when seeing that a huge pirate ship had flown over the central spire of the ship, and it casted a shadow over the arena. And Luke and Han exchanged a glance, and they knew that they were going to be in trouble if they stuck around for any longer than what they had to. So the group of you fled while knocking out Kibo with a sleep move, and he was swooped up by Hethrir and taken up above the spire to one of the hidden rooms up top, an entrance for the platform for like making a dramatic entrance if it was lowering, or a dramatic escape in this case. And you guys have made your way to the commercial district part of the space station. If I remember right, I really liked the art from the space station from the Fourth Reich. Oop. For reference. If I can ever get my controller to chill out. Okay, there we go. So you guys have made yourself to the connecting hallway that was leading to a farther extremity of the space station, and you were confronted with a bunch of Weequay pirates, and you can assume that there are more aboard the ship. Still making haste towards the Millennium Falcon. Han Solo and Luke know where the ship is located at. We left you guys off after vanquishing the last of the pirates, and leading to the next part of the starbase is through the east side of the map. Continuing that way will lead to the farther extremities of the ship, and also towards the hangar base. I think I pretty much covered everything. Did you guys end up adding the experience from last session to your characters?
No, I didn't add the abundance of experience I gained.
Yes. Thank you, Jordan, for keeping track of your XP.
I appreciate it.
Yes, no, maybe so.
I have
Yes.
to reload the page, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes, I added it. I just don't know if that's a level up or not, or even if it is, I'm not.
Well, You can check in the Discord. You can see the level thresholds there. You're not at the next level.
You were supposed to level
Like, you
up. You
shouldn't
were
even be
supposed to
close.
add some stuff from the last time, but you decided not to because you felt like it wasn't the right time for you to add your stuff.
Yeah, for level 2.
So what were you using from the Fourth Reich that looked accurate?
Starbase.
That dude renamed it. Oh, this whole time I
Alright.
thought we were using the one.
No, I think that's what I'm at.
The
Pretty sure I put in all my
Panaxel
points.
Hive. But...
Yeah, I like how the Starbases look. I just like the one that the Fourth Reich looks like, and it's just a good visual for the live stream. I feel like it represents what I think that this space station looks like. So yeah, any other questions about what happened last session?
I do not.
Okay.
Will we ever see him again? Will we see Kibo once again?
Yes.
Be
More than likely.
stuff that I want to know.
He might become an NPC. Who knows? Ah!
Might be the BBEG for all we know.
Might become the final boss.
He becomes the Emperor himself. Okay. Then I guess I'll leave you guys with what the next plan of attack is for you guys. What do you guys want to do next?
I'm intent on following Luke and on to the Falcon.
Okay.
I want to quick search through these guys' inventory, pick up whatever power cells that they have.
Okay. Each of them has one power cell apiece. And then all of them had just like vibro daggers and light pistols.
And light pistols, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two.
Yep.
I have two.
What are you doing? Come on! Hurry! We gotta go!
Says the guy with magical powers. Hold on one moment. I gotta get my stuff. You think I can just work for free? Alright, now after I gathered my stuff, I guess I'll follow these randos.
You see Han he rolls his eyes and disregards your comment. And Luke will chime in with Lucy and say, "He's right. We've got no time to lose. We need to get out of here before we're trapped." And the lights continue to pulse with a light red, kind of as a warning, kind of auxiliary power mode, kind of setting, so the room's kind of darkly lit. But they pulse, and you can make out the facial features as the lights brighten and dim. Guys lead out towards the rest of the base. Upon exiting the door, there is you come to a familiar sight. You are now in the commercial kind of district where there are shops lined to left and right, but the only thing is that it doesn't look at all the same way that you had last seen them. Stores have been barred up, kind of like in a mall when you get those metal grates that they drop from the ceiling down to the floor. All of the shops are either boarded up now or they've been broken into by the pirates. You see down both directions of the hallway, because the starbase is circular, the only way out and forward is to follow the hallways either to the left or to the right, and there's shops on either side. There's a random statue or a kiosk that's in the middle of the of the hallway, there's pedestrians that are kind of running every which way. Every little bit of cover is either taken up by some random civilian. It's just kind of mass chaos. There were a lot of people at the central spire, but there's even more people here. The crowd seemingly is going mostly from your right to left direction. There's some screams. There's people that are not trampling over each other quite yet. It's not quite that crowded, but it's almost mass chaos in here.
What docking bay did you say that your ship was in?
It's just down to the left a little ways. He has got like a little hollow display that he pulls up, and he's kind of got a layout of the ship, and you see as he pulls it up on his little data pad thing, there's a little red light that's flashing, and there's a little bit of a layout towards where the hangar bay is supposedly at. It's at this moment that Luke realizes, and he says, "Wait a minute, where's 3PO at? We last saw him at the... Oh boy. Did you leave him at the... Did we leave him at the hotel? Did we leave him at Waru? He starts kind of thinking back on the last time that he's seen him.
I think I've seen him, the robot at Waru.
Your gold droid was couldn't get into the crowd. Who knows where it could be now?
Well, we don't really have the time to go back. It's gonna be hard to find him now with all this chaos. I don't know if we have time. He's kind of he's obviously worried about it. Luke is.
He's your friend, right?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, then we have to make time.
And you see Han, he kind of leans over as you guys are kind of at this threshold of going out into the commercial district. He kind of leans back as he stepped out the door. He says "We can find you another goldenrod later, Luke. There's nothing special about that one. Just feelings, that's all." See Luke, he kind of whirls around in a fit of anger on his face.
We don't have time for this stupid droid. Can always get another one. This is just a protocol.
Mm-hmm. Han says well, it looks like it's 2 versus 2. If you guys want to go find the droid, good luck. You know where Chewie and I are at. We'll be on the Falcon, and we'll hold on as long as we can. You and your cat friend can go find 3PO. We'll wait for as long as we can. You, let's go. And he points to you, Savaris, and he starts looking for an opportunity to dart through the crowd to try to make it to the Falcon.
And then I'll follow along with him.
Okay.
I look to Luke for guidance on his decision.
It's well, we don't have much time. But if the last time we saw him was over at Waru, then we need to go back there. and he starts making a full-on dash back towards the towards the center of the base.
I follow.
Kibo, what are you doing that now Hethrir is he's woken you back up, and the sirens are kind of silently going off in the background. The lights are dimming and brightening with the crimson lights as they're for warning the passengers to seek cover, basically.
Get up and try to gather myself and look to Efren like, what is going on?
Say, well, it looks like whatever pirates that attacked you earlier have caught up with you. And your friends that looked like came along as well.
And where are we now?
Well, we're back at my quarters. Should be safe enough here. We can. Oh, controller disconnected. Once you're feeling better, which you seem to take a little bit of a snooze back there, and I'm not in the best of shape myself, but we should track down this Luke Skywalker. The pirates are probably here for the bounty. There's quite an amount of credits that are on his head, and the price of a lightsaber is quite pricey. And if there's two of them on the station, there's going to be people that are going to be looking for it. I would go with you, but I'm too hurt to face them again. That would be suicide. And that I wouldn't want to lose my most prized pupil. But if you think that you could take them on, I don't think that would be the most wise idea. We could take you back to your room so that way you can rest and sleep off whatever sickness that overcame you earlier. But I guess it's entirely up to you.
Do you know how many of these pirates have come?
Well, since I awoke you a little bit ago, I did hear back from the Department of Defense station. Said that there are quite a few broadside cruisers that are outside, and dozens of transport shuttles that are boring their way through into the station with plasma cutters. They're not even bothering going through the hangar bays, they're just going right through the ship. They're quite desperate, I guess, to get in here.
Do you have a way of dealing with them?
Well, there's the usual battlements that are on the ship, or on the space station, but apart from fighting them back, this could lead to a pretty bad reputation to the station if we weren't able to repel some meager pirates that are just hungry for energy credits. Public credits.
Alright. I guess it is a good idea for us to rest up.
He will return back to his quarters, and you find yourself alone now. There is a singular guard, so I guess you're not 100% alone, but there's a singular guard that's stationed outside of his room. Yours is located on another floor, and you have free reign to what you want to do.
I'm going to leave and just go look around the station.
Okay.
See if there's somewhere I can help out.
Alrighty. As you're just kind of milling about, maybe about 5-10 minutes goes by. say you find yourself out kind of towards the central of the spire, outside of the hotel room that Silverus and Lucian had stayed at, and the room that they had bought, but you already had accommodations. Find yourself kind of over by that direction again. There's still quite a few people that are like running to the different hotels, that are going back to their rooms for cover. There's still just kind of random aliens that are going every which way. It was very crowded here in the center of the station, so the crowd has thinned out a little bit, but there's still a lot about.
Is the crowd running in a certain direction? Like the
Ye
majority?
Not really. They're all just kind of running to the different buildings, seeking for cover.
Then I'm gonna head back to where the chaos started, to where Waru was.
Okay. Um, Once as you're going down that way, go ahead and make a perception check.
If I can find it. There we go. Oh, amazing perception check.
8. Okay. As you're going along, you see there's some people who have left behind some of their possessions, just like in the panic. Either things got like probably shoved out of their hands. There's park benches that are tipped over. There's people climbing over bushes, and you're not really able to make out too much, but you do see a couple of small handbags that have been left behind basically on the sidewalk.
Okay, and once I go back into the Coliseum, area,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything still there?
There is a couple of guards that are still manned at the central spire, but it's mostly cleared out. There's maybe a couple of people who have basically decided, well, everybody left here. This is the safest spot. I mean, where nobody's at, so I'm gonna hide here. There's a couple people hiding behind chairs. Just kind of in general freaked out.
And do I know what happened to Waru?
If you peer down into the middle of the arena, where Waru was, there is now a smooth, silver hatch that's over top. That has a line in the middle, so it like split in half, and will retract inside of the floor, and then extract back out to make a flat surface.
Hmm. Um, I want to walk closer to where the hatchet was and see if I can see something that would reveal it again.
Any kind of controls that are on the outside that you can see here have been damaged by the fight from earlier.
Okay. Well, I haven't found nothing. I'm gonna head back to my room and rest up a little bit before the action kicks off even harder.
Mm-hmm. You do see a golden droid roaming around, just like looking from place to place. He's not really. He's very out of place, not going at all with the flow of traffic, or if there's anybody left. He just kind of seems to be milling about back and forth. You've seen other droids like him, but this one is gold.
I'll walk over to said droid
Mm-hmm.
and kind of peer at him and ask him, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I have been separated from my party. I do not know which way they took off. Maybe you've seen them?
Who is your party?
Well, you see, there was the three humans that are about, and he holds out his hand, and he's like, well, one of them has light brown hair, the other one has long black hair, and they are all very strong, and he kind of goes on and describes, and he describes the cat person as well.
Ah, I see. Well, I have no clue where they went, but we could stick together for the time being until they find you.
Oh, that would be most excellent. Are you familiar with the station?
A little bit
Splendid.
more than you would probably be.
Then lead the way. And he kind of
All right.
waddles back and forth and kind of as fast as a droid can move, basically, to keep up with you.
Yeah. Then I guess I'll leave and just search for the group.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. A 9. You don't see anybody that is familiar to your group. Um, you just see a lot of random faces. The crowd is started to thin out now, and he the crowd is kind of not collecting itself, but most of the people now have found what they've deemed to be good enough cover. Um, you do see that there is a group of pirates now. Let me pull it up. Oh, let's go like this. That do it? It did. Let me set this up. With where are you at? Here we go.
I gotta reload it because
Where is
I
it?
accidentally hit my computer and it was out.
Heroes.
Oh, there's a police chase going on outside my window.
Jeez.
Yeah, there we go.
Not coming for you, are they?
I hope not. Haven't done anything wrong yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all know they do have the unfortunate part of, because
Being black.
yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, these are facts. Can't be denied.
Get him! He has a gun! What? I'm sitting at a computer. He has a
Man down,
gun!
he just officer down, he just falls over.
So you know what you do? You just roll a whole bunch of D4s on the ground, and then you run away. Ha!
You were
You
all
take.
all at once.
It ain't gonna feel like one when you step on them.
Dice run is bad. I gotta toss out the Legos.
D4s, man, they're basically caltrops.
Yeah. That's why I said D4s.
Alright, so what do I see?
Okay, you see out in front of you, there are not that. Where is that tab. 1, 2. There's 3 weak-way pirates that enter into the arena before you end up leaving, and they are wielding that kind of blaster that the captain was using. It's more of a rifle, and these guys seem to be a little bit more armed than the other pirates that which you've come up against, and that they end up they see you as you're kind of in the middle of the arena, and they one of them pipes up and says, "Hey, we were looking for a droid like that, but we're not here for the droid. We're here for the Jedi. Where are they? The droid's supposed to be with them."
Jedi? What Jedi?
Well, we had heard rumors of a Luke Skywalker being here, and he's got his droid there, and you certainly aren't no human. You can't be Luke Skywalker.
What did you mean by I'm not human? Are you trying to be racist here?
Well, yes.
Alright, good. I'm glad we clarified that. I don't know of this Jedi you speak of. I just met this droid here recently.
Well, if you don't lead us to him, maybe he will. And one of them will start approaching up to 3PO, and is like, "You're coming with us. If we hold you for ransom, we know he'll come a running." Comes up, and he starts to grab at the limbs of 3PO, and he's just like, he's 3PO's like resisting, but like it's a bit awkward as his arms just kind of flap about, and he doesn't have really any strength to resist, so he just kind of ends up submitting rather quickly, and
As that is happening,
mhm.
I would like to run up behind him and
Okay.
strike him.
Who?
The one who was grabbing the droid.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Alright, so as I go up to attack this pirate, you see this kind of ominous aura surround me, even though it's not really visible, but you like kind of feel it. And my eyes turn slightly green, and you see a green blade of energy spawn from my hand as I strike him.
Nice. And you definitely hit. Yes. No worries about that. 5 damage. Okay. He kind of shrieks out in pain and is like, "Ah, what is this droid worth to you?" And he takes his rifle and he swings at you with the butt of his rifle to try to push you away. Nope, that definitely misses. A 3 misses. He kind of just like swings the rifle at you to try to make some distance, and he grabs a better, tries to get a better hold of the droid, which he does. He ends up like almost taking it in a bit of a choke hold, even though he's not trying to choke the droid out, but he's giving himself as much cover from you as possible, basically. And he starts to slowly back up with the droid between um, you and him, and you get a attack of opportunity if you so wish, as he backs up.
Alright, I will strike him with my blade.
That also hits. I'm gonna roll damage. 9. Nice. Okay. At this point, the two other pirates are kind of nagging slash heckling the third one that's got the droid, and it says it's kind of like a hiss kind of sound, but it's in their native language, and they kind of a little bit of banter back and forth between the three of them, and he continues to pull the droid with him to the back part of the arena. And you hear one of the other Weequay pirates say, he's like, "This one's not worth your time. You might as well just go hippity hopping back home."
And I will move forward.
You see both of them start to raise their rifles up to you as you move forward.
And I will say, oh really, you think I'm not worth your time?
You're hardly worth the energy cell in my rifle.
Which one of them is the one speaking?
It's the one on the farthest south, the bottom one there.
Alright, then on that target, I would like to find it. Cast Fear.
Okay. Saving throw. Okay. That's got to be I forget what your character's save DC is.
14.
Okay.
And
you see...
if he has less than 25 hit points, he has disadvantage.
Correct. He has more than 25. So you see kind of a flash of fear come over his face. He's like, ugh, and he shakes it off. He's like, what in the galaxy are you? And he kind of looks at you all perplexed. It's like, whatever you are, your hide is worth something. And he like pulls the gun up to his shoulder and fires off a couple of shots in your direction. Another 3. A 14.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay. A 9 and a 7. Oh my goodness. I had a good roll against the save, not to shoot.
Hit?
So, from both of the pirates here in the middle, the shots kind of ring out and they ping all around you, and some of them go way off to the side. And he says this like, "Well, get the droid out of here. We'll find Luke with him." Pulls the droid with him even farther. He's almost outside of the arena. It's your turn.
Let's see here. Since couldn't instill fear in him, I'm going to on the pirate that's holding the droid. Cast Malicia.
Okay. That is a 16.
That does beat me.
It does. So you see the effect kind of wash over him as his body kind of loosens up a little bit. But he's like, ooh, yeah, and he like shakes through it. And he's like, he's still up on his feet. He's still going. Lucian and Luke, you guys are both outside of the central spire, but this time you guys have made it back to the middle. The crowd has kind of died down. There's not as many people running for their lives. You do see a couple of pirates sneak in through the backside of the spire as it comes into view where you had last seen 3PO. And after approaching it a little bit closer, you hear shots being rung through in the middle of the arena. What would you like to do?
I ignite my saber.
Okay.
And I
Um,
look for. I
some of the
look
commoners
for.
look to you in horror and they start running away from you now.
I look to Luke for guidance.
That he ignites his lightsaber as well as like, let's make it quick. Let's see what's going on there. And they just start booking with lightsabers out and running towards the arena. There's people that like are rushing by you that you almost cut with the lightsaber, and they're just like oblivious to you and what's happening. They're just going at it, trying to get away from the pirates. Say, come on, what tab is it? There it is. The both of you make it to the kind of the VIP entrance side of the spire, the one that which you guys had infiltrated from the first time, and you hear a couple of more shots ring out as you come up to the central spire, and you as the door opens from the VIP area into the central arena of the amazing Waru's area. You see 3 pirates, 3PO, and Kibo.
Okay.
What would you like
I'm
to do?
going to.
You have a moment before the pirates see you and react to you.
I want to use a force point to slow time.
Okay, you can do so.
If you need to see what it does, I can pull it up.
Yes, please. Just post it so I can see
There
it.
you go.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. Hostile creature of your choice must make a Constitution saving throw. Failed save, the target gains 1 slow level until the power ends at the end of each creature's turn. It repeats the saving throw,
Put that in,
and then the effect on a success.
And the
Okay.
combat die is a D4. Rolling the D4.
Oh, I did.
And I got a 3.
Maybe I read the wrong one. You move on your turn. I don't know what you had set up on your character thing, but
No, yeah, I'm fixing it.
So 3 times 5 is 15, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to use that to close the distance to the nearest pirate and make an attack if I can.
Okay, you can do so.
Okay.
You are right there with the pirate. He is unaware of your existence at the moment.
Yeah, he's about to know that I exist in about 2 seconds.
Go ahead and roll again. You have advantage.
That's
15. 15 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me, please.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a double strike on the damage.
Okay.
As you roll a kinetic die, combat die, and deal damage amount the same type equal to the amount you rolled.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ignore that.
Alrighty.
Thermal detonator does not happen. I'm trying to navigate my pages.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Roll an 8 for damage, and then the double strike does deal additional damage of the same type equal to the amount rolled. So I got to roll a d4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it will just be the same energy or other
Yeah.
type that it is.
Mm-hmm.
You do 11
So
with kinetic.
8 plus 3.
11. Okay, you see that this pirate, he is very badly injured, and you have his full attention.
I would assume he's dead.
No, this guy's pretty tough. These guys are pretty tough right now. Yeah.
I just assumed so. Like, sorry, no, that doesn't matter. So he's alive. He is alive.
Mm-hmm. He is. He is alive, just barely. And you have his attention. He lets go of 3PO, and he swings around in horror. He's like, first a freaky rabbit, now a freaky cat. And he pulls out a vibro dagger and like tries to get away from you, and he's swinging at you. And he just kind of moves off to the side a little bit. The other two, still focused on Kibo, take another couple of shots, double sevens, 11 and a 2. Okay, so once again, more shots ring out throughout the arena. Some of them kind of go way wild off to the sides, and other ones land quite close to you, Kibo, but your small stature and nimbleness you are using to your full advantage. It's almost like you have cover in the middle of nowhere as these pirates continue to shoot at you. Seeing the fruitlessness of their endeavors, they see their companion behind them that is being chopped up, and they see a bright blue lightsaber being swung in their companion's body, basically. And they are just kind of freaked out as well. And they raise their rifles up to you, Lucian, prepared to shoot. Kibo, it is your turn.
Ready? I will walk this one up in front of this guy.
Okay.
And I will bring out my Spirit Blade.
Yes, that hits.
My chat's broken. Oh, I pulled it up on the left side. That's weird. 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I will use my offhand attack with my double blade.
Okay. That hits. Okay, 5 damage this turn. That's good.
And that's the end of my turn.
You see he kind of starts to take his leg and is like trying to kick you off of him and make some distance, but it's pretty much fruitless. Luke comes up and he's like, 3PO, duck! And he goes to throw his lightsaber towards the pirate that was holding on to him, and it slices right through the pirate and then cuts off the arm of 3PO as the lightsaber flies through and barely hits the other pirate behind him. The first pirate, he is donezo. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted to do the X. There we go. He is donezo. And you see 3PO goes, oh my! And just as his arm falls to the ground. And you hear Luke says, sorry 3PO, and comes over and as the pirate's falling, Luke kicks that pirate down in the chest and uses him as a springboard to come up to the next pirate and land another swing. That one does hit nicely with no casualty. 2, 3, 7 damage to that one. Okay. So he's had 12 in total now done to him. Alright, it is your turn, Lucian. You just had a lightsaber fly kind of in front of you, and the one pirate's dead, and C-3PO's arm is now chopped off.
Going to make my way to the pirate that has nobody near it. I don't know if I can cover that distance or not.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I should be able to. Okay, and I'm going to make an attack.
Okay. We'll move you up. Go ahead and roll. That's a thermal detonator, sir.
That's not what I hit. There we go.
That misses. You go to swing, and he's uninjured, so he has no ailments to him, so he kind of definitely moves out of the way. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No.
Okay. It is then the pirate's turn. He's going to...
What about C-3PO?
Oh, I suppose, yeah, he has a turn too. He's just been grappled and being moved around and chopped up. He will bend over and grab his arm. He's like, oh, not again. Maybe Chewbacca can put back together again like he did last time. And so he's holding on to his arm, and he he kind of like holds it up to where it's supposed to be. He's like, oh, it's really sad. And he heads over to this pirate and he whacks him over the head with his arm.
Goodness gracious.
He like almost like lightly taps him with it. He does make contact, but none of them do any damage. The pirates, seeing that they are now kind of in over their heads, they have 2 Jedi now. They were only thinking about 1. And then this rabbit thing, you see, hold on, I need to look back on this here. What did I have written down for him? Okay, that's right. That's what I had. So the pirates they both look at each other and say like, "We need to get out of here." And this pirate here that's currently surrounded between Luke, Kibo, and 3PO, he reaches from behind his back and there's a pouch and he rips it open, and all around him this fine dust flies up everywhere. Would like Kibo to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
PTSD.
Yes.
This is the reason I've been asleep for 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, all right. So, you see, Luke, usually the most stout person here, he rolled a 1, so he he accidentally catches a huge whiff of this powder that has been released now to the area, um, and the pirate disengages, and he starts making a run for it out past his friend. You both take a point of exhaustion or a point of slow.
One level just cuts with a speed app or something like that, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Already slow to begin with.
Slowed. Yeah, level 1, speed reduced by 15 feet. And this one's a little bit more. This one was a little bit more potent. It was a little bit harder to save against because they knew they're growing up against Jedi. So it's very potent. This one feels more potent than the one that pirate captain threw at you. It is then the other pirate's turn, and he's gonna follow suit. He comes by his fallen comrade. You see, he reaches down and he grabs from his shirt something. It's probably a piece of memorabilia, but he grabs it from his fallen compatriot, stuffs it in his own pocket, and he starts booking it right after his own friend. It's like, move, we gotta get out of here. This isn't worth it, man. And they start making they make their way west out of the spire. They're running full speed. It is Kibo's turn.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get an attack opportunity or no?
No, they disengaged.
Okay.
Are both of them out of the arena, or?
I would say they're
Oh,
both
never mind,
out.
I see it.
They're both like outside. They're in the hallway running.
I didn't have my map shifted over so I couldn't see the
That's
guy
okay.
who was furthest away. But
They're currently booking it down the VIP hallway.
let's see. Since I'm slow as molasses now, I have to resort to more ranged options. And I will, to the guy on the further north,
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
gonna cast Sustain Lightning.
Oh my. Sustain lightning. What does that one do again? Is that an automatic hit or is that a dexterity throw?
No, it goes against the armor class.
Okay. So you rolled a 9 then. No. The lightning bolts streak up, but they get attracted by by the door, and as the electricity finds the fastest way to ground itself, and it misses the pirates.
Alright, that's my turn. I find it funny, every time I use a force point, it's when I miss, and I just do a regular attack and hits.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna gain like 5 levels of this shit.
You are now slowed times 2, as the effect continues to rack through your body.
What does 2 do?
Speed reduced by 25 feet. And
I
Luke
literally
suffers
can't
the
move.
same fate.
I literally can't move.
It is then Lucian's turn. What would you like to do?
Move up next to Kibo and tell him to drop his vibro. I'm gonna drop your vibro What is it? What did you carry? A vibro?
I'm carrying a vibro double blade.
Drop your vibro double blade. And I got my lightsaber pointed at your face. Very close. Not enough to touch you, but close.
I'm just gonna stare at him. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Luke will say, he's like, this is the same rabbit that, was with Hethrir. Yes?
Yes.
Where is Hethrir? And he points his lightsaber at you as well.
I will continue to just stand there.
Well,
Not by choice, because I can't move.
oh my gosh. Go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw. It's been a little bit of time
gonna
now.
reduce my speed to 0.
I want to reach out and remove his double blade.
I will not allow you to remove my double blade.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check versus his strength or dexterity.
My strength?
You could choose either strength or dexterity to.
Am I doing a saving throw?
No, it's just a check.
Oh, just a straight roll. Okay.
Okay, you need a bit of 15. So you reach out for his sword, and it's just out of reach. He's still, even though he's slowed by whatever the pirates threw at him, he's still a little bit too fast.
If you don't drop your weapon, I will be forced to drop you.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw again, Kibo, to see if you stave off the effects. There you go. You're good. You have this
the levels
feeling
I had before
lift off of you of being super slow. You now are at level 2 now? Or no, you were at level 2. Now you're at level 1.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Luke's at level 3. Now he's at level 2. I had to make another save.
Crack my neck. That feels a little bit better. And then I'm gonna look at the two of them in front of them and say, didn't I just help recover your droid?
Luke, he's looking at the current state of his droid, feeling kind of sad for him. But the droid is intact for the most part, apart from his limb. But he's like, well, you did find him for us, so that much I can thank you for, but if you are aligned with Hethrir and with Waru, this means nothing.
And I would like to see if I can roll a charisma check here. And
Okay.
convince
What do you want
them
to try to do?
that we currently have more pressing matters, that we have pirates that are affecting both of us.
Okay, go ahead and
It would be
roll
advisable
a
to do
persuasion
right.
check.
Nice.
Luke looks thoroughly convinced that yes, in fact, there are more pressing matters at hand, with the pirates threatening their very existence. Yes, he agrees.
And I will just start walking off. I will say nothing more.
Are we just gonna let him go?
One thing that you will learn one day, if you allow me to teach you, is that sometimes a truce is better than a perpetual war, even if it's a temporary truce. We need to get out of here. We have 3PO. That's what we were looking for. let's get you out of here.
And
And
before I completely walk out, I'm gonna turn around and say, "What are you planning to do with Heifer anyway?"
what are we planning to do with Hethrir? Turn him in. Have him face his crimes for kidnapping people. For his allegiance with Waru.
I will just give a little nod and continue on my way.
I give a look of indignity, like, you, without actually saying it. And then I turn back to Luke and C-3PO, and I grab C-3PO's arm from him and say, I will hold on to this for you.
Okay. You now are holding on to C-3PO's arm. You add to your inventory C-3PO's left arm.
Okay.
Why, hello, cat. What are you doing here? Uh-huh. Hi, Winston. Okay.
All of a
With...
sudden there was a large cat that attacked the station.
Ah! So he
Everyone
hops
roll
onto the
wisdom
table.
check.
And, I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws as their psyche is completely ruined. Alright. Good kitty. Alrighty.
How do I add to my equipment list?
By this time, the two pirates, they have fully fled. They are no longer in sight. They're outside of the arena. And Luke, now kind of recovering from whatever that powder was, he's come back to himself. And he's like, we really need to get back to the Falcon. Things are looking a lot worse, and you can see from inside the arena that's kind of got this glass dome up above that the fighting has continued and has not really increased or decreased in intensity. They're still just fighting up above.
I would like to see if I can track the two pirates that left.
Sure. If you want to try to chase after them, I would say you could do so. You just gonna follow them?
Yeah, I'm gonna stealthily tail them.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check as you leave out of the spire. Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can see the two pirates. Okay. You feel like from wherever you are outside of the spire, that you don't have a good enough visual of the two pirates, as there's still too many people out and about. They're still kind of running to cover. Some time has passed, but there's still a couple of stragglers that are trying to get out of the line of fire, basically.
Well, then I will head back up to my room for a second to gather myself.
Okay, you can do so. Luke will motion over to you, Lucy, and say, we really need to move, like, yesterday.
Agreed.
Let's go. And he deactivates his lightsaber, and he starts going back basically the exact same path that you guys had taken the time before. As you
Is there any kind of carts or shuttles nearby?
I would say so. Yes, there's one of the droid shuttles that currently doesn't have a droid on it, and it's kind of kicked off over to the side. It's sitting all kittywampus.
Luke, can we throw C-3PO on that and take that to the car, or My human brain is messing up. What kind of bay or what kind of
Hangar bay? To the hangar bay?
hangar bay? Thank you.
Like,
To the
great
hangar bay.
idea. You hop in the seat, and he grabs up 3PO, quick throws him on the back of the traveling cart. He's like, punch it, go this way, and he like points off to the side. And you are now in the seat of this little cargo cart thing.
Okay.
Al, can you check Discord?
Check the Discord. Sure, you do that.
Yeah. Just give me a yes or no answer.
Yeah.
Okay. That changes my decision making.
Okay. I'm glad that I could help. Okay. So yeah, you are now in the seat of this little cargo cart, and there's not as many people now that are running back and forth, but you do hear the occasional explosion now as the pirates seem to be making their way on the other side of the station. There's faint explosions that you can hear, and the fighting up above, the glass dome kind of rattles and shakes as rounds of laser fire from the battling ships, the missed shots landing up against the station randomly. Things are going down. I would say that after about a minute or two of dodging pedestrians and maybe taking a wrong turn, you do arrive. Luke is able to guide you to the hangar bay that the Millennium Falcon is at, and I want to make sure that is all set up. Let me do this there, and then I will bring you guys to this map. You guys should be at a mostly blank, but there is the top part of the map should be revealed. Do you guys see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
But what browser are you using? That might be.
Microsoft Edge.
That's probably, you probably have a browser it's not compatible with.
That could be it. I haven't used Edge for this website.
Because I usually use Opera as my main browser, but it told me it's incompatible. So I use Chrome.
I think I'm using Chrome, but I'm using it's like DuckDuckGo that like runs on top of it.
You like DuckDuckGo?
I do. It's pretty nice.
Fancy.
Keeps things simple. Alright. So let's see here. So we've got Luke here as well now. And then we got... Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. As Silverus and Han are waiting at the hangar bay, the door has been sealed shut. It is currently locked as you guys arrive at the hangar bay. A couple minutes, probably right around the same time that the fight in the arena happened between the three pirates.
So wait, you mean Han and I came up and it was just shut, And it, what do you say that again?
The door leading to this hangar bay is locked.
Okay.
You can see
Well,
Han, he's punching in his code to get the door open. He burn, 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 punching in the code. Burn, burn. It's like, the code's not working. What is this? We've been set up. And he's like, kind of like fidgeting. He's like, stroking the little scruff of his beard. He's trying a couple of different things. He's like, let me try this. And he like pops the panel open, and you see this like menagerie of wires in there. It's like, oh, this is. I don't know who they paid for an electrician, but they did a bad job. And he's like, kind of getting up under there. He's trying to figure out the wires. Then you see as he's been fiddling around with the wires for a while. By that time, Lucian and Luke and C-3PO, they come pulling up with 3PO missing an arm. They pull up with the little service cart, and they come to a halt outside of the hangar bay.
What seems to be the disruption here?
last door code doesn't work again. Like he said, it's kind of like we've been set up.
No,
These
that doesn't do it.
doors,
You see some sparks come out from the electrical panel, and Han like recoils his hand out of the way. He's like, almost had it. Goes in at it again, trying to hotwire it.
Is this door pretty thick, like blast door thick?
Yeah. This is a looks like to be a hefty exterior door, basically, that leads out to the hangar bay.
So if I was to start doing my little Jedi lightsaber trick, we'd be here for like an hour or more.
I'd say that it's be pretty tough. I mean, you could start to cut it if you wish.
No, I'm not. We'll be at it for a minute, and then I don't know if that's the most expedient way. I'll wait for him to try to hotwire the door.
Is there any other doorways or anything down this? Just this one and the other one?
This is pretty much the only entrance. I think I've got them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is pretty much. I think this is the only entrance. I think actually.
I thought he was on the door over.
Let me zoom in here. I haven't looked this map over super tight. There is another door over there. There's another door off to the side.
Okay, does that door, is that... I guess I'll move to the other door.
Okay.
Whichever door is then one he's not trying to activate. See if I
Alrighty.
can open it.
That one opens fairly easily. You see, it's a little lounge area.
Is there another door leading outside?
No, there isn't.
I'd like to look around for anything that would help out with the door. I'd like to check that's a bathroom.
You do see on the far end of the room there is another door that leads farther on.
Oh, okay. Let's try that door. I'm gonna go over to that door.
Okay.
Open it.
That one opens as well. That one's not locked at all. This one is just a little bit more of like a conference room setup, fairly casual setting. I will say from here there is it doesn't really show, I'll just say there is a window that kind of looks out over to the hangar bay. Kind of as an observation room where you can see ships come and go.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to go and peer out the observation window towards the hangar bay.
Okay. You can see out to here. And we'll say you can see out to over here. And
I'm gonna yell back, what the heck is that? What is this? You brought a freighter?
you see Han, he will lean through the door, taking his hands away from the panel and say like, "Hey, she's faster than she looks." And as he goes back to the panel again, trying to fiddle with it. That same kind of spark, and this time he kind of yelps out in a little bit of pain. It's like, this stupid door. It's not even wanting to. And you can see he's starting to get frustrated with it. His fingers are starting to get a little agitated. You do see, as you're looking out the window, there are some pirates that are set up alongside that are just kind of keeping watch over the Falcon on this on the far left side. They haven't spotted you yet, but they are keeping watch over the hangar bay.
But I've noticed some.
Yes, you can clearly see them.
You guys, we might have a little bit of an issue. I see I see several pirates on the inside.
And at this point, then Luke, he comes over. He peers out over the edge. He's like, "Oh, yeah, there's a couple of them out there. Let's see what's through this other door. Maybe there's something there." He steps through. This door also slides over. It's not locked or anything. Steps through. It's like, dead end. There is a little comm here, though. And there's a tiny little computer that's there in the corner that just shows like a very simple like log of different ships that have come in and stayed in this particular hangar. He's like, he kind of looks it over. Nothing too exciting.
What do you think of us persuading the door with our lightsabers?
Persuading the door with your light. Interesting.
I mean, you can make a persuasion check to see if the door will open.
That's not what I meant. It's
I know.
play on words.
Luke says, like, I've done it before. It's not the most stealthy. There's pirates out there. We've got the drop on them right now. They don't know we're even here. But if Han can't get that door open, we still need to get in there. We're almost out of time.
What about the droid? Can they communicate with it?
I mean, maybe. Here, 3PO, you take a shot at it. He, like, comes up and he's like, well, if I had my other arm, this would be a lot easier. And he, like, starts to observe the panel as Han kind of puts it back together. 7 and a 20. He kind of punches in a sequence of numbers and letters on the panel. He's like, sometimes they have a security override. And he's like, Asylum Station. He punches a couple of little numbers. Hits a green arrow. And sure enough, the door starts to slowly open and part ways. You guys can see. Now, this area here, as the door opens up. you have visual to this side over here. And there are a couple more pirates off to the side. Those ones haven't noticed you either.
But what? Now what? Do we just make a mad dash for the ship? As I come walking back up.
Well, Chewie and I have been in situations like this before.
Chewy. What's Chewy?
You'll find out. He pulls up a little comment. He's like, "Alright, Chewie, we're back." It's a plan B kind of situation. And you see dropping from the body of the Millennium Falcon drops a singular turret that spins around in a quick 360 and starts to unload on the pirates as it's spinning. Some of the bolts coming close to the door. That's a 4, that's a 5. Why are my dice running so low today? Okay, that's a 16. That one hits. A 14. Nope. An 18. Yes. So you see a couple of these pirates get just absolutely decimated from the laser fire. Why can't I move this? I can't do anything with him, I guess, because he's all the way over there. That one there gets blown away. Another one here. He's done. This one here, he's done. A couple of the other ones, they duck and take some cover as they're kind of up on the the little ledge up there as the turret kind of spins around and catches one of them, but it isn't quite a killing blow. You see Han is like, "Alright, now's our chance while they're distracted." And he's like, he starts running out ahead of everybody else. Almost like without warning. As he's running out, he takes a couple of shots at the other pirates. That's a 2. That's a 12. A couple of shots just ring out, not really taking too much care. He makes it about halfway to the ship. Who's next, basically? You see the door on the ship or the ramp on the ship start to lower.
I will also go to
I am going to ignite my lightsaber and attempt to defend the protocol droid as it makes its way across to the ship.
Okay.
and remove it 3.
Okay. So basically, you want to basically move with 3PO, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And if I can, I don't know if I'm capable or not. That's on your decision. Try to deflect bolter fire with my
Sure.
lightsaber.
You can use your action to deflect or to guard. Essentially, you do the guard action. Which does guard combat. You can defend an ally within 5 feet of you. When you take the guard action, you focus entirely on preventing attacks from reaching your ally. Any attack roll made against the guarded ally has disadvantage if you can see the attacker, as long as the ally is within 5 feet of you. Additionally, if an attack would hit the guarded ally, you can instead have it hit you, no action required. If you do so, the attacker chooses the maximum amount of damage instead of rolling for it. Okay. We'll say he is able to make it to the 30 feet. And that you can move along with him. Luke will do the same. He just kind of starts a little bit later than everybody else, but he is right there with the group. I would like everybody, as they're making a run towards the ship, to go ahead and make dexterity saving throws as they're running towards the ship, as blaster fires coming from all different sides, basically. Okay, Lucian is fine.
You said dexterity saving throw?
Yeah. 3, okay. I will have 3PO go, that's a 6, 18 for Luke, 11 for Han. As making the final dash to the Falcon, Han he makes it to the Falcon and onto the ramp, but on the way he takes 3, 6, 10 points of damage as the random laser fire is coming across as he's making the mad dash. Listen, you're able to make it safely onto the ship while protecting 3PO. Luke, as he runs up, and he's still a little bit behind, but he's able to dash onto the ship. He ends up taking some damage as well. 6, 7, 9 points of damage as he runs onto the ship. And then Silvers, you take 4, 8, 9 points of damage as you run onto the ship.
Can I activate my bonus action for this second wind? At that
Yeah.
point?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 11. Nice.
Okay.
So as all of you safely arrive onto the run up the ramp, you guys now have, cut off line of sight from the pirates as bolts are still shooting out towards the Falcon. Some of them are bouncing off of the ship. Some of them are making impact with some of the instruments. But you hear a roar come from inside of the ship, presumably from the cockpit, of a one Chewbacca, and he is none too happy with the pirates shooting at his ship, and having been cooped up in here for so long. You see Han, he's like, yeah, I hear you, old Loof, and he hops into the pilot seat. He's like, get us out of here, and he starts flipping all these switches up on the ceiling. He's like, you guys better buckle up, and he hits one more switch, things light, a couple of instruments light up. You see a hologram screen set up in front of him. Like, he pulls back on the handle and he thrusts it forward, and the ship roars to life and launches out of the space station. You guys have successfully escaped Asylum Station.
What kind of armaments does this ship have?
Well, I suppose we're about to find out. Go in and grab the gun. It's down the hallway and on the right. So, what I'll do is, for another map, I actually accidentally closed that window. I wanted to come to this window. I am going to add in another map here so we can look at the interior of the ship together. Let's hope that's going to be in high enough resolution.
And the party with quote fingers is separated. It is split.
There it is.
Before we get into the space part of it, should we divvy out to those guys who did defeat the stuff back at like Warus for any kind of land XP? Isn't the ranking considered different once we start making our own deployment and everything?
Hold on. I'm still trying to set up the ship and make sure that it's legible.
I see a big blue, looks like something out of,
No, you don't. You don't see it anymore.
there we go. I see the Millennium Falcon. Yeah.
Go. So then we've got 3PO is set up in the area over here. Got, I'll put your guys' tokens just here in the main area. I know where you guys are going to go. But let me flip back over to the Discord. Oh, actually, no, I don't need to do that. I have it up on the web page. Zoomed in. Okay. So, in the middle of the ship, number 23 and number 22, there's a gun turret access and there's a quad laser turret in the middle of the ship. That is right here, right where I just pinged. Actually, let me paint a little area in here. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I wanted to do there. You there. There's a quad laser turret, and then elsewhere there is another one. I believe there's like one above and one below.
Yeah.
In the same spot?
Yeah, it might just be in the same spot.
It is.
So yeah.
There's a little
21.
There's a little interconnecting tunnel between the two of them.
Yeah. So yeah, there's two of the laser turrets that can be manned, and there's concussion missiles that are in the front, along with there's a tractor beam. There's like a sensor array. Let's see here. Ooh.
Technically, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But yes, so in that spot, there's two cannons. There is at the front of the ship. There's other instruments that are about that allow you to do the other different actions that you can do for that you can do on the ship. So you have your boost to engines, shield, and to weapons. There's different places on the ship that you can go to boost those things. For example, the let's see, you get the hyperdrive, auxiliary cooling system. I see that. Power converter and batteries, engineering station. There's a sensor array controller / interpreter 28. See, we'll find that.
I would
That's
like
up
to
over that way. Okay.
make an action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on my way to this gun turret, or one of the gun turrets, I'm going to push C-3PO into a seat, put his arm across him, and strap the arm and him to the seat.
You can do that. Yeah. The seats
So
kind
I
of
no
have like a
longer-
buckle.
I no longer have the arm.
Okay, he has his own arm. So that area over there is the has to deal with the, what was that called again? The sensor array controller is 28 and 29. So if you want to, actually that looks like it's a number 37. What's number 37? Let's say again. The forward hold. Okay. So if you want to interact with the sensor relay, it's going to be in the blue square. So if you want to do your detect action, or your I think that's going to be also your your detect action. That's that there. You have your direct action is going to be at the helm. There's radio comms throughout, and each of the guns, at each of the stations, basically, there is a headset which is wired that you can put on to be able to communicate with the rest of the other comms on the ship. If you want to, 27 is the radio, the subspace radio. Yeah, that's there as well. So yeah, looks like that's all connected there. Okay, number 5, freshwater tanks. That's not it. Number 4. All right. If you want to do the boost to engines. Oops. Had so many tabs open. You need, to be over here at this terminal. That is there. Did it again. Okay. Have this here for your that's your engineering station. So if you want to boost weapons, you can do that there. It's 21.
21.
There's the Quad X Power Core. Maybe that's your yeah. Deflector shield generator is 31. That's at the.
What's number 12?
There is there. 31 is the deflector shield generator. I'm just looking at stuff. Passive. No, that's all the way out there. Life support systems is number 40. That's over there. Okay. There wasn't anything with that, was there? No. Okay. So yeah, we'll say like the main areas that if you want to interact with the ship, if you want to boost the engines, you need to be back in the engines in the green area. If you want to do the weapons, that would be in the purple area, as it's connected to the weapons, that terminal there. The shields is going to be the blue circle up here. The shields are located up over here. And if you want to take the fire action, you need to be on the turret. And then the helm is at the helm. The direct action, I believe, is also going to be in the blue at that computer there. If you want to patch or like repair a part of the ship as your turn, you're going to need to move to the different areas of the ship that are damaged, so that could be anywhere throughout the ship. So if there is a station at which you want to be, and for this instance, Jordan, because your character isn't here, if you want to play a role, you can. I don't know what you want to do, but
Nope.
Maybe like Chewbacca or something?
Oh no, that was horrible. I can't do it. I can't do it. I usually can, but I can't do it.
That's quite alright.
I could do it quite well too. I just can't do it. I will start coughing.
It's okay. We don't need you coughing
Mm-hmm.
your lungs out right now.
Let's see, what is 38? That's the free loading room. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe you can buff out some of the details a little bit better later, but yes. But I think that's where I'm pretty much gonna leave it off at, I believe, because it's already 2 o'clock for me, and I need to get up in like 6 hours. So circuitry bay is 11. Maybe that's where.
You didn't sense this was coming? You didn't feel it in the force?
I mean,
So you know I didn't feel any of your mumbo jumbo magic.
yeah. Of course I didn't feel any of that magic bullcrap. Like the gods themselves decided this.
There we go.
It's like the god up above that specifically governs just me. Decided that I can't sense it.
I didn't see it coming because he just said that, you know, I could take care of one of the other characters, and we joked around about it being Chewbacca, and then I was like, yeah, well, that's what we're gonna call it. It's like, what?
Yeah, I didn't realize how tired I was.
I get it. I've been yawning quite a bit.
There we go. We'll run something like that. You have each person.
Okay.
Well, you guys have made it off the station, so you guys are back out in space.
No, I haven't.
Where you started. I'm not including you, Jordan, because your character's not here, so.
Dirty traitor.
Dirty traitor.
I
Dirty
didn't betray
traitor,
anybody,
Mr.
actually.
Kibo.
I'm actually being loyal. In fact,
It's the wrong side.
I'm being loyal to the side I was originally on.
It's supposed to be us. We're supposed to be a ride and die.
Think about it from my perspective. I just met you.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. I know. I see your perspective, and you are playing your character true to your perspectives.
Alright.
But still.
I'm gonna end this stream and I'll catch you guys later. I don't think I've got my session that I'm a part of tomorrow, because I think we do every other Sunday. So I think I'm good this Sunday. If we end up getting on all four of us tomorrow, would you guys be down with doing a session? I think I'm gonna be free, so I might be
down.
a bit busy, but I'm not sure.
Have work, like always.
Okay. That's why I wanted to ask.
But you'll get off late. But it's still a possibility.
Yes.
Well, I can't stay up till 2 o'clock on a Sunday night because I got work, so.
No. Never mind.
Alright. Well, catch y'all later.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yep, catch you.